3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It should be 18.
Da da da.
That's how I learned how to count.
Welcome to episode 18. Yes, 18 of the Webcomic Beacon Presents first issue.
I'm Marcus.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Fes. And this is Batwoman #1
Yes.
of DC Comics.
Okay,
First-
is she undead, people out there on the comments who are going to call me an asshole? Is she undead?
I think she's just
Is
redheaded.
she redhead? Is she an albino?
Redheads don't look that fucking pale.
Redheads have freckles, too.
Yeah, they have pigmentation in their skin, even when they're incredibly pale.
I've got nothing against gingers, and I use that term
I love
lovingly.
gingers.
I don't
They're
know if it's
adorable.
derogatory, but she looks like she's an incidental goth, almost.
I thought she was, at first I thought she was trying to be that
Or
way.
she's dead.
Then when she was, like, naked, almost naked or something.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's go over
There's
the
naked.
cover.
Her whole
Yes.
body
Go over the cover.
is bad.
This is a very cool cover. I'm confused
Yeah.
why it says Batwoman on it, but it's a very cool cover.
It's a gorgeous piece of art.
Hell yeah, it's like Dia de los Muertos.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it looks really cool.
There's death, there's a woman, there's a...
Lady Wolverine, it's awesome.
There's red, there's a
Lady-
Batman
oh my
logo,
gosh. It
and
is.
there's dead fish.
Yes,
Yeah.
and if anything I've learned, okay, it says Batwoman, okay? So, obviously there has to be some relation to Batman, right? Right? Right?
I don't know if this one does.
And I don't remember a creature of the night with bright fucking red all over her.
Did you look at any of the others yet? I mean, Robin, Red Robin, Nightwing.
Well, he also has a black cloak
Red.
to close it up, but this is like, whoa, look at me, I'm gonna get you.
Okay,
It's very pretty in the
You haven't
armor.
seen White Falcon yet, because that's what happened to Red Robin.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be a creature of the
Hey,
night.
Moon Knight is bright white.
Yeah, but Moon Knight's from the other company.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so we start off with this very inky, artistic, well, turns out to be a ghost.
It is
and
one-
woo! Actually,
Dude,
it's kind of
it is
it's kind of
wonderful
cool looking.
to see Bellatrix Lestrange getting work.
The artwork in this issue, it seems to change every 2 or 3 pages, but
Yeah, it
every
does.
single piece of art is gorgeous.
Oh my god,
It is beautiful.
You
and Dave Stewart colors. Dave Stewart is one of my favorite people working in the industry, and he's just a colorist, and everything he touches is gold. And
Yes.
you don't even have to read the story; you just have to leaf through this thing and admire the artwork. It's
I
beautiful.
wish this was Sandman. This would be amazing art for Sam. It's even good for Batwoman. I mean, I'm not taking that away from it. But I'm looking at, like, any of these individual pictures I would love to have on my wall.
Yes.
Like,
Oh.
it's all,
Yeah.
like, a very solid composition in and of itself, which has its ups and downs, because there are
Yeah.
parts where the fact that it could all be one composition actually works to its detriment, but in general it works to its advantage.
Yeah, and even the lettering, right down to the lettering. We've got Todd Klein doing the letters,
Yes.
and even the lettering is a class act. It's a beautiful comic.
Yeah,
It
and
is
it's-
absolutely gorgeous.
And the nice thing with the lettering, too, just to continue that, is that it does not obscure the art.
Mm-hmm.
It is very small, but not too small. It's hard to read. Things
Mm-hmm.
that would be longer paragraphs, like 2 and 3 sentences, are broken up into individual little, like, sub-balloons.
Yeah, that's-
so that it doesn't take
It's
up
like
much
it took a
space.
little bit of. Well, see, when I do my webcomic, I am a fan of doing this because it's like your character just took a little breath.
Yeah.
And
easier to
it's a
read.
lot better than just a big giant balloon filled with words. So I do
At least-
like that. It helps keep the flow. Now, one thing I do notice once Batwoman just kicks into the scene. So I was gonna say it looks like a decent scene, and then it's like, oh, okay, her nipples are poking out now. So I was like, okay. Well, I was kind of hoping for
Crime
not
hits
as
her hard,
much
man.
showing off of
That's what fans are.
posing.
well,
and
yeah.
it's-
Well, even in
Yeah.
when she's in plain clothes,
That's not even her. That's some other chick.
That's somebody
Yeah.
else. What her nipples showing? What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I will. Looking ahead, I don't think this person understands that women wear bras
yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're-
It's like there's nobody's wearing a bra in this freaking comic.
Like,
until-
and this kind of goes to that kind of art style where it looks very art house. Because if
Yeah.
you ever notice with artsy stuff, no women ever wear bras. Half of them don't wear tops, and that's edgy
Holy
for
fucking shit! Look at her boobs are just
Yup.
dangling right out of her.
that. It's artsy, bastard. That's what you do when you're art. When you know art and you're a real artist, nobody wears a bra.
This is like a
titties
leather.
are progressive, fucker.
This is a leather suit with actual indents for her boobs to pop out into.
They're bat nipples. It's okay. Because, that's progressive, right?
Holy crap!
Bat nipples. It's not like people did bat nipples in 97 and people didn't like it then.
All right, the art looks really, really good. I have some issue with the design.
They're the subject choices.
Yeah,
I think is.
Well, like I said, I think it has to do with kind of trying to make it look like a Vertigo title.
Okay.
Not there's no such thing as Vertigo, because Vertigo was very well known for not being very squeamish about nudity in general.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's nothing. I love the naked female body. Don't get me wrong.
You're alone.
But when it's distracting from trying to do some storytelling, unless this is going to turn into a porno. I mean, when does the pizza guy show up? But
wasn't there a guy?
No. Just anyway. But the story is basically there's these weird ghosts or whatever coming in, and they're stealing the children.
Gotta stop touching the children.
Yes,
yep.
And so that's the sort of plot, the stage that's being set for this storyline happening, and then
Harley Quinn shows up, and I was like, "Holy shit, she looks normal! That's wonderful! Oh, that's Batwoman."
Yeah, the maybe dead, maybe goth, maybe albino, maybe redhead without freckles.
I'm pretty sure she just has an account on DeviantArt.
I don't know. She's kind of like this. Yeah, it's like she's kind of weird and freaky to look at, but.
Maybe she's one of the Jokers. Like, there's the Joker, and then there's like a Joker. Maybe she's chick Joker. But the cool thing is that this Joker became good, and now she's Batwoman. I don't know.
I don't remember Batwoman from any property.
She's been around since like what?
She's been
50s,
around.
40s.
So I mean, it's like I don't remember it from the.
Time.
I don't remember from any of the properties, so I'm going to...
They almost never use her because she's very unrelated, really.
And recently they turned her character into a lesbian.
Yeah, well...
And she's a lesbian here.
Yeah.
And,
it doesn't really say that.
Well,
it's
she asks another woman out on a date.
Yeah.
What if
That's what this page is about.
I didn't know that. I thought she was like... I didn't understand any of that. Again,
you don't understand innuendo in general, man. That's not different. That's okay.
Read for context.
They're just going out.
Yes! That's the point! They're going out!
People can go out without going out on a date.
They're going out.
It doesn't. It doesn't come across like that to me at all.
Yeah, you definitely have friends who are like massively, obviously lovers, and then you just
wait a minute.
Why
so
is he
are you
crying?
going
He
to
just
finally
left.
ask me out?
Oh,
I thought I already did.
Okay. I guess it. Well, I wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I.
What else could they make?
Okay, I guess that makes more sense now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess. Well,
but my point is that it seems like the choice to make her a lesbian isn't an inclusion thing in DC Comics. It seems to be more of a let's let the men look at pretty lesbian bodies.
They tried to actually do it well because Montoya, who was her longtime girlfriend, has always been written well as a lesbian. So when they originally paired those two off, it did pretty well for a while.
I think I missed half this page because now it makes more sense.
Did you just miss the page entirely?
I might have. Well, I missed the top half, I think.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
I mean,
maybe it's fine because it's it's a little bit more subtle. It's not out there until you get to the next few pages.
Well, of course, but to be fair to you though, because of the way a lot of these ads are, it's very easy to skip pages because a lot of them are colored similarly and a lot of them look like they're part of the action. This is one where it's not quite as obvious that it could happen, but there are other ones where there's one that I thought was a reveal. In which there's a Joker. I'm like, holy shit, Joker's in this comic. I'm like, no, it's the Joker shoe.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck. I was so excited, but yeah.
Okay, so the next page, we get this girl comes into her tree lair at the top of a building.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So she's training. She's training with Batwoman. And she mentions, I guess, that she used to be Flamebird from Teen Titans.
She's Gabrielle. Okay.
It's Xena and Gabrielle.
I mean, you look at her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there is a bra.
She is wearing a bra.
But it doesn't do anything.
She must be taking it off when she puts on the bat costume, because if that poses any indication that it was taken from a porn scene...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They totally Greg Land the hell out of that.
I mean, that's a wheelbarrow shot if I ever saw one.
Fuck. I mean, dude.
But then Gabrielle, what's her name?
No, it's not really her name.
Okay, the
Just call
other...
her Flamebird.
Flamebird takes off her shirt. She's not wearing a bra. We see, it's winter. It's winter. Women are wearing bras. They are wearing bras anyway.
Yeah.
It's sexy and casual and whatever, but it's
Not if you're a
not
teenager.
practical.
Come on, we have to be hot for the men.
Well, they're not like touching each other like suggestively. It's like they're not doing weird things like that. They're just they're changing.
They're
It's
running
like,
out of pages.
okay.
Dude. Leave them alone.
The camera happens to be there while they're changing. Okay, yeah, fine.
They ran out of
It's
pages.
somewhat of a natural-ish scene. It's not like they're, oh, I'm going to take off my shirt sort of thing. You know, it's not ridiculous, but, you know, it's...
There's none of this going on.
Yeah, it's... Well, until you get to them
short, it's
her
not
jumping
really-
around, posing her ass.
It's not really Gabrielle. That's the point we're getting at.
But, so anyway, so we got a little bit of that going. Then we switched art styles again to another scene of government, sort of secret
Hellboy.
stuff going on.
Oh boy.
It
know what
looks
the hell
very
that is.
Mignola. Yeah.
So
And that's not a bad thing because I actually like this scene.
Oh, yeah.
we are starting to learn a little bit more about the world, the characters, and things that might be going on. Commissioner Gordon is in here. Very artistic. You know, if anything that can be said about this comic is that the art, aside from some of the female posing choices, is really great looking.
Oh yeah, no, it all looks great. Even the messed up poses look great.
Yeah.
It's just that they're messed up poses.
So and we learn a little bit more about what's going on, and this is. Then
they're
we get
changing again.
We get changed again.
And this time, Batwoman's not wearing a bra.
Well, she's kind of. This is how I'm going to stand. Okay, that's another one complaint right there again. For
But the teenager is. Maybe they switched bra. Wait, what color was the
DC?
bra?
It was
DC?
lavender before.
I know where to go online for porn, for free.
Yep.
You don't need to try to do that. You really don't. You really, really don't. Teens know where to go for porn. The ones that aren't supposed to be going online for porn, they know exactly where it is.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to try to titillate us with... Those years are over with.
Well,
Please move on.
if you're over 40 and you're really just too lazy to get any other way, comics is where they go, man.
That's a lot more effort than...
They don't. They have to learn how to use a computer to do that shit, man.
Anybody who wants that will learn how to use a computer.
No, they won't. They just go to their comic store every week. Like they
No,
do
they're
right
gonna
now.
they're gonna get their son over to help them figure out. Show me where the porns are.
If they're getting their porn from a comic book, they don't have a son.
Anyway,
Come on.
we have the lady. Okay, so but here's where we get after a few pages
Lady.
we get incredibly congested info dump about Batwoman's past.
That
It's like whoa.
This
where were you
particular
going
one,
with
it's
that?
like, look, this is like Legion style. If you have not been reading Batwoman since her debut, you are fucked in this page.
Yeah,
It's like she absolutely fucking snaps at this guy that comes to the door. I have no idea who this fucking asshole is that comes to the door.
That's the pizza guy.
They just, I don't know, it's like, I'm definitely not over any of my issues yet.
Yeah, which is the point. But the thing that bugged me is that this is a beautiful page. It looks like it would be nice, like without any of the dialogue.
But by
to
God,
have
there's like
on your
4
wall.
pages worth of page here.
Oh God,
Yeah, there's.
I mean, it looks great. Like I would love this on my wall, but as a storytelling, it doesn't.
minus points for info dump. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, it's mother to end all infidels. It seems like it was tacked on to the end, honestly, because half of the art.
Well, it is
stock
almost
art.
tacked on the end, except for one other page that's there.
Yeah, but I mean, half of the art is stock art, though. If you look at it, it's done in like 6 different styles, exaggerating, of course.
Yeah. And then we get a little bit back to the scene to try, because, there's a mystery going on. I would actually say this would make a better Detective Comics than Detective Comics.
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's more of like a mystery and shit going on versus...
For a while, wasn't she the one in Detective Comics? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's probably where it would have been had they not changed it around a bit.
But we bring Batman in here because Batman.
Yeah,
Because Batman.
this is a new DC. You gotta put Batman in. If he's not there, it's called Batwoman. It'll be a problem.
I will say that I do like Batwoman's costume as a costume. The black and red are very cool. As a creature of the night, it's very terrible. It's like, no, they got their guns aimed at you already. It's like,
Yeah, you have a target on your chest in the shape of a bat.
yeah,
Which I wouldn't mind if it was armored like Batman's is, but you can see her tits.
it's clearly not armored unless those are prosthetic boobs over her regular boobs, like
You never
Boogie
know.
Nights, like an extra
it could be
little.
very
awesome.
Valkyrie,
Well, listen, do we have a picture of her costume on the floor? Do we see if it raises up at all? Or is it just a fucking, jumpsuit that she just threw on?
I don't see it
I don't
laying
think we
around
ever
anywhere.
actually see it. So
No.
it's still plausible.
We have one scene where it's on. She's putting up her wig, and
It
then
disappears
she's
completely
she's
from
holding
that
it up.
panel.
Yeah, psing, it's like off her body real quick. But I don't know. I overall, honestly, this it does everything it needs to do for number one, despite the info dump. It gets everything across, and aside from some of the posing that's being done and the costume, I think she comes out okay as a character. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think?
I'm going to give it a meh, just because I think some of the info dumping is rather clumsy. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to say that I would be interested in reading more issues of this comic just to look at the artwork. It really is a beautiful thing to look at.
And I would give it a succeeds, but because basically the info dump scene could have been omitted entirely, and it would have been a stronger issue for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree with that.
And if you do omit it, oddly enough, you know exactly what you need to know, and you are hungry for more. Because when I read it, I'm like, I don't need to know anything about her that I don't already know based on this, because the villain, creature, whatever it might be, ghost, is compelling enough for me to be like, I want to see this thing get its ass whooped, and I want to see how a bat character is going to ghost bust. Because that could be pretty cool, because, traditionally, unless it turns out to be, old man Winkler in a fucking ghost mask or something.
Now, let's see who the ghostly gardener really is. Professor Hyde-White!
Harry the Hypnotist? Harry the Hypnotist? It can't be.
Bigfoot! Ron Knotts! Joe Barbera!
Who's that?
Unless it turns out to be something like that, then this could be because it's a pretty big challenge, and I want to see how she deals with it. So, yeah, I'd almost say when you see the info dumps thing, just don't read it. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Succeeds.
I will also have to say it succeeds, but it barely succeeds. It does everything I think it needs to. If a new reader is going to pick this up, they're going to be confused. Batwoman, what? But the cover is certainly going to draw your attention over to it. By the time you're done reading this, you'll know enough about Batwoman, and you're going to know enough about the shit that's going on. And you're probably going to be invested to want to, see this thing come to justice. There's enough being said. But at the time you're done with this comic, you'll know whether or not you want to continue with this. I think it does its job as number one, despite its faults. Barely succeeds for me. So that's Batwoman number one from DC Comics.